Every extinct animal on Earth might not actually be gone. And the terrifying part? Science is already figuring out how to bring them back. Think about that for a second. Creatures that vanished thousands of years ago, suddenly walking the planet again. Woolly mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, even the dodo bird. Not in movies, not in video games, in real life. But here's the strange part. This isn't cloning. Scientists call it de-extinction. And it starts with something almost impossible: recovering ancient DNA from dead animals. If the DNA is still readable, scientists can splice it into living relatives today. That means an elephant could slowly become something else entirely. Something prehistoric. And this is where it gets weird. DNA has an expiration date. After about 1.5 million years, it completely breaks apart. Unreadable. Useless. Gone forever. Which means dinosaurs are off the table. Jurassic Park lied to all of us. But mammoths? They disappeared only a few thousand years ago. That's recent enough for fragments of their DNA to still exist frozen in Arctic ice. So imagine this. Scientists combine mammoth genes with modern elephants. The first generation looks slightly different. The next generation even more. Until eventually, a real woolly mammoth exists again. And that raises a terrifying question. If humans caused some extinctions in the first place, do we now have the right to reverse them? Because bringing animals back sounds exciting. Until you realize what comes next. A world where extinction may no longer be permanent. And that's when things changed. At first, de-extinction sounds incredible. Imagine seeing a 12-foot-tall giant short-faced bear in the wild. Or hearing the call of a dodo bird again after centuries of silence. Maybe even riding a woolly mammoth across frozen plains. But that's not even the craziest part. Some scientists believe we could theoretically bring back Neanderthals too. Yeah, human relatives. And suddenly this stops feeling like science fiction and starts feeling dangerous. Because extinct animals wouldn't return to the same world they left behind. The climate is different. The food is different. The bacteria, diseases, and ecosystems are completely changed. A Neanderthal brought back today might not survive modern viruses. Ancient predators could starve because their prey no longer exists. Even harmless species could trigger ecological chaos. But here's the bigger problem nobody talks about. What happens when these creatures reproduce? Imagine a giant short-faced bear mating with modern bears. Or hybrid mammoths spreading unpredictable genes into elephant populations. Scientists wouldn't fully understand the consequences until it's already happening. And this is where it gets disturbing. What if we lose control completely? Because nature doesn't follow laboratory rules. Animals migrate. They hunt. They adapt. One small mistake could permanently alter entire ecosystems. But then comes the twist no one expected. Some experts argue de-extinction may not be about the past at all. It might actually be about the future. Because one species alive today is dangerously close to disappearing forever. Bees. And if bees vanish, entire food chains collapse. So suddenly de-extinction isn't just about resurrecting mammoths for entertainment. It could become humanity's emergency backup plan for survival itself. But that creates an even darker possibility. If humans know extinct species can always be brought back, will people stop caring about protecting them in the first place? That's the paradox nobody can answer. The moment extinction becomes reversible, extinction may happen more often. Think about it. If technology can simply undo extinction later, poachers become less afraid. Governments become less careful. People stop treating nature like something fragile. And that mindset could destroy everything. Because bringing back a species isn't the same as restoring an ecosystem. A mammoth without its original world is just an experiment wandering through a planet that no longer fits it. But here's the strange part. Humans may already be crossing a line we can't uncross. Every breakthrough pushes science closer to creating life that exists between worlds. Not fully ancient, not fully modern, something new. And once that happens, there's no rewind button. What happens if revived predators escape containment? What happens if ancient diseases return with them? What happens if the first successful de-extinction accidentally triggers another extinction event? Nobody knows. And that uncertainty is what makes this so terrifying. Because for the first time in history, humans aren't just changing nature anymore. We're deciding which species deserve a second chance at existence. That kind of power changes civilization forever. But maybe the most unsettling part is this. The extinction forces humanity to confront a hidden truth. We spent centuries driving species into extinction, and now we're trying to play creator to fix it. Not because we fully understand nature, but because we finally realized how badly we broke it. And maybe that's the real danger. Not the mammoths, not the saber-toothed tigers, not the Neanderthals, but humans believing they can control life itself. Because once extinction stops being permanent, where does it end? And if science eventually learns how to bring back everything, should it?